All right, final leg, we are back here to talk about the amazing performances that we saw this past weekend in track and field. We didn't see the collegiate athletes competing this weekend as they're going to be taking the weekend off and coming back for their regional championships. But then we did see a lot of pros all across the world, mostly at that Shanghai Diamond League. We also saw some athletes competing out in Japan, some athletes down in Guadeloupe, and a lot of other performances as well. So let's jump right into some of these top performances that we saw this weekend. All right, so first up, the Shanghai Diamond League. We saw some amazing performances for the second leg of the Diamond League meet in 2019. The biggest performances that we saw, that 400-meter hurdles on the men's side. We saw that clash between Abderrahman Samba as well as Rai Benjamin in the 400-meter hurdles that we've all been waiting for. Finally went down, and it kind of did live up to that hype. We saw Benjamin lead the entire race. Once we got to about 200 meters, Benjamin and Samba were the only two in a race by themselves. Benjamin led the race all the way till hurdle 8. After hurdle 8, though, Samba was able to overtake him, and he literally made Benjamin look like he was walking. Samba ran away with the win in 47.27, which is his second fastest time ever that he's ever run. His fastest time ever is that 46.98 he ran last year. Benjamin managed to run 47.80, which is extremely fast, but again, Samba was able to run past him this time. This is going to be really telling on how their performances are going to go for the rest of the season, and if this is going to be a real rivalry, or if Samba is just going to get the better of him. I think the best is yet to come from both of them. We're definitely going to see Benjamin really step things up and potentially get into that sub 47 range, and then we're definitely going to see Samba improve his personal best as well. So don't let this confuse you guys. Benjamin definitely dominated. He ran very well. Samba, of course, ran very well as well. So we're going to see them definitely compete head to head a lot more times as we get closer to the Doha World Championships. Now, still at Shanghai in that men's 100 meters, we saw a star-studded field, including Noha Lyles, who just competed at the World Relays last year, and then Coleman, who dominated the 100 meters for the past couple years in the NCAA, and then going into his pro season, getting that bronze in the 100 meters at the World Championships in 2017. But Coleman got his signature start in this race. He was leading for about 60 meters, but Lyles always has that strong finish. He's very consistent. He's known for that strong 200-meter finish. He was able to do that in the 100 meters here. He came away with the win. He ran 9.86 seconds. That's a personal best for him. Coleman also ran 9.86 seconds. They had to dive for the finish, both of them. Lyles got the win and a huge personal best. Coleman also with the third fastest time that he's ever actually run in 100 meters. So this is, again, very telling as well. In that 100 meters, Coleman is definitely the one who's going to be looked at as the front runner, but Lyles is coming up as one of the contenders as well. He's likely going to be running the 200 meters, of course. We're going to potentially see if he jumps into that 100 meters. So keep a lookout for both these guys as we progress through the year. Now let's keep it in Asia, but jump over to Osaka in Japan. We saw Michael Norman running the 200 meters in the Osaka Grand Prix. He managed to run 19.84, which is actually his personal best. He ran that same time last year in the Diamond League, so that's a personal best for him in the 200 meters. Really strong opener in the 200 meters for him. Of course, we saw what he did in that 400 meters earlier in the year out in California, running that 43-second run, but this is also very telling that he's definitely in really great form, getting a personal best in the 400 and now the 200. So let's keep a lookout for how he progresses through the season. He's definitely going to be on world record watch, in my opinion, in that 400 meters. So keep a lookout for Michael Norman. Now, keeping in the 200 meters, but we're actually moving to the collegiate ranks this time. So we didn't see an NCAA athlete running, but we did see a JUCO athlete running in junior college, Bednarek. We were following him through the indoor season as he was dominating the 200 meters. This was no different. As outdoors, he managed to run a personal best and huge performance of 19.82 seconds. That's the #2 time in the world this year. This guy is only a freshman at junior college. He dominated indoors in the junior college ranks. He is showing that he is definitely dominating this year in junior college outdoors as well. We're going to see how he progresses going through the rest of the season. He's definitely going to be a contender likely at USA's, and we're going to see maybe if he's able to make that team to Doha in the 200 meters as well. So Bednarek from Indiana Hills Community College running that 19.82 in the 200 meters. Now, moving back to the pros, we saw the meet down in Guadeloupe. A lot of pros were competing there. Kendra Harrison, the world record holder at 100-meter hurdles, was competing in her signature event. She managed to run a world-leading time of 12.47 seconds. Huge, great time, really progressing well through this season. She previously had the world lead. She got it back with its 12.47. Of course, we know she seems to struggle sometimes when it comes to the championship races. She did get the World Indoor Championship last year in 60-meter hurdles, but she has yet to get a medal at the 100-meter hurdles outdoors. So she already has a bye going into the World Championships in Doha because she won the Diamond League last year. Let's see if she's going to be able to follow up on the great times that she runs throughout the season and really get a step up on that podium in Doha this year. So look out for Kendra Harrison. So let's move back to Shanghai. We're going to take a look at the women's 400 meters where we saw a clash between Salwa and Naser, who's been dominating the 400 outside of Shawnee Miller-Weibo the past couple years, and Sydney McLaughlin, who's been dominating and really strong and fast at the 400 meter hurdles, especially on the collegiate side. She's just went pro, and this is actually her first Diamond League race as a pro. So not in her signature event, but going up against Naser was a huge task. We did see Naser get the best of her. We managed to see Naser run 50.65 to Sydney McLaughlin's 50.78. So Naser is definitely the stronger of the two, and her best competition is going to be Shawnee Miller-Weibo. I think those two, Naser and Miller-Weibo, are the two top competitors in the 400 meter hurdles. Sydney McLaughlin is definitely a strong competitor as well, but she's definitely going to have to improve her personal best and get under that 50-second barrier to really be in competition. We're definitely going to see her go really far in the 400 meter hurdles and potentially challenge for the world record there. But in the 400 meters, but in the flat 400 meters, we had Salwa and Naser take the win in that Shanghai Diamond League. All right, let's finish things off with the 5,000 meters on the men's side at the Shanghai Diamond League. We had a star-studded field that included guys who had gone under 13 minutes multiple times, including Yomif Kejelcha, who had a star-studded and amazing season indoors, as well as Selman Barega. We had Hagos Gebret and a couple other guys as well. Of course, Kejelcha was coming off that major season that he had indoors, breaking that indoor world record in the mile. This was his first 5,000 meters outdoors that he had run. He came away with the win over all these other guys in a 13 minutes and 4 seconds. Really strong performance from him. This is a good indicator that he's really in form, really fit, and definitely going to be contending for a world title at the 5,000 meters when it gets to Doha. Of course, he's going to have a lot of other competition, but he looks to be the front runner for now when it comes to that 5K. So look out for all these guys as the season progresses. All right, so those are just some of the top performances that happened this past weekend in track and field around the world. Again, we're going to have the NCAA athletes coming back for their regional meet. We're also going to have a lot of the other competitions. The Diamond League is going to be rolling on for the pros across the world. So all right, so make sure you guys keep tuning in. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back again very soon with another video. Thanks.